Yes lads, what are you saying? And welcome back to another video on the channel. Kian Malhi here, and if this is the first time you're seeing my face on your screen, don't forget to subscribe, it'd be greatly appreciated. Also, if you could like the video, it would really mean a lot. Don't forget to share it around, and without further ado, let's get into it. So in today's video lads, I'm going to be telling you guys my favourite Derby County 11. Now the oldest player I've got in here is a player from the 13-14 season. Obviously, I'm not going to be picking players from like the 1973 season because I've never seen them play, so I can't really talk about them. I know they were the golden ages, but I can't really talk about the players during them times. So I'm going to be giving you guys my favourite starting 11 that I've seen during my time supporting Derby County, obviously all my life, and I've also got 7 subs. So without further ado, let's get into it. So goalkeeper, I've gone with, currently now at Stoke City, I've gone with Jack Butland in goal. He was with the Rams for a season-long loan. I think it was the 2014 to 2015 season, and he was really good, quick off the mark, good distribution, and did have a lot of banter with the fans. I remember when we beat Wolves 5-0. Obviously, look at us and look at them, they're doing much better. But I remember when we beat Wolves 5-0, Southdown was singing Butland was to score, and he put a little 5 behind his back. It was quality. So in goal, I've gone with Jack Butland. Left back, I've gone with the 13-14 season Craig Forsyth. I think this was his peak of his career. Along with many other players, the 13-14 season was the peak of many of Derby County's players' careers. If there was any season that we were going to go up, it was going to be that season. But Zamora and QPR just had something else to say. So left back, the 13-14 Craig Forsyth. And to be fair, even in the 14-15 season, he was really good. This was when he was running down the line, whipping the balls into the attackers. He was also solid defensively. If we could get Craig Forsyth playing like he was doing in the 13-14/14-15 season, it would be unreal. So left centre-back, I've gone with, this season he was on loan with the Rams from Chelsea. Left centre-back, I've gone with Fikayo Tomori. Now more times than not this season, obviously no offence to Richard Keogh, but we've seen attackers outpace him. And then they've never been able to get past Fikayo Tomori. Obviously we've got that great song, You'll Never Beat Tomori. Aston Villa did.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
He's definitely going to be in the England starting 11 very soon. Next team, I've gone with Richard Keogh. Keogh, he's a veteran. He's been with us since like the 11-12 season, maybe 12-13 season. Obviously, he was in the headlines for all the bad reasons against QPR, but I think since then, more times than not, he's been very consistent. Yeah, he's become a legend at the club. Obviously, he was involved in the 5-0 beating against Nottingham Forest, so he's always going to go down as a hero with Derby County. Richard Keogh and Fikayo Tomori at the back. Solid partnership. Right back, I've gone with Jordon Ibe. This season, he's come on so well. I mean, Lampard gave him a chance, and you have to say fair play, well done to Lampard for giving him a chance. It obviously paid off. What a season he's had. When we first saw him, we thought, nah, I don't know how I'll feel. But now he's a regular, and I really hope we don't let him go in the summer. So, goalkeeper Jack Butland. Left back Craig Forsyth from the 13-14 season. 2 centre-backs Fikayo Tomori and Richard Keogh, and right back Jordon Ibe. So that's the back line and the goalkeeper done between the sticks. Now we're going to be moving on to the midfield. First centre-mid, I've chosen Will Hughes. Now, along with many other players, this was the 13-14 season. What a season he had. This guy was magic. And even in the 14-15 season as well. Now he's currently playing his football at Watford. I definitely think he could have gone to a bigger team. Whenever I see Watford on the TV, I always look out for him. I think he really is a good player. He was a mastermind on the ball. And if we had someone like that in the team alongside Mount last season, we would have caused some real damage. Central defending mid/central midfielder, I've gone with George Thorne. Now this was like Will Hughes from the 13-14 season. This guy was unreal, and I think if he didn't have that injury in the season later, then he would have definitely been a regular even now. George Thorne I thought was really great. He was a fan favourite, everyone loved him, and that injury just did have to happen, which was a massive obstacle in his career. That season was unreal for George Thorne, and even the 14-15 season. George Thorne gave the back four so much support during this time. Yeah, he was really good. And left centre mid, I've gone with now at Chelsea. He was on loan at Derby last season, Mason Mount. This guy, if we want to talk about masterminds like Will Hughes, imagine Will Hughes and Mason Mount in the middle with George Thorne. Oh, that would be unreal. Mason Mount left centre mid, what a season he's had. He's that player that you can rely on to come late into the box, sneak one in. And he also did the parts that no one really saw. He dug deep, and I thought throughout the season he was unreal. Obviously, we didn't get the full package as he was injured for a little while, and it really showed when we didn't have him in the team. When he was back, we looked really solid in that midfield. And obviously, he played a massive part in the 4-2 victory against Leeds to get us to Wembley in the first place. Mason Mount, a masterclass. And like Tomori, he definitely will be in the England starting 11. Left wing, I've gone with, like Mason Mount, was unreal this season on loan from a massive club. Left wing, I've gone with the Welsh wizard, Harry Wilson. Some of the free kicks he was banging this season were unreal. What a season he's had. He finished our top goal scorer. Harry Wilson, he's probably worth 50 million. And I'm hoping that even if it isn't this season, Klopp gives him a chance in the Liverpool side. He put 110% in for the Rams. Us Derby fans loved him. Every time we got a free kick, we were so gassed about where this was going to go. So left wing, Harry Wilson, unreal player. Some fans may not be expecting this, but striker, I've gone with Chris Martin from the 13-14/14-15 season. Both of these times he was our top goal scorer and he was really good. Martin was a guy you could rely on to bang him in, and he still is at the Rams. I don't think he will hit the heights that he did hit during this time. This was definitely the peak of his career. And I just wish that he kept the same build, physique, stamina, speed, all of this during this time. He showed us Derby fans really what he can do. And unfortunately, it hasn't gone to plan as much as us Derby fans would have liked it to, and Chris Martin would have liked it to. So, favourite striker, 13-14, 14-15, Chris Martin, quality. And right wing, another player from the 13-14 season. I'm just reliving the 13-14 season pretty much. But right winger from the 13-14 season, I've gone with Johnny Russell. Even in the season after as well, he was quality. He's now playing his football in the MLS, so fair play to him. But when he was at Derby during this time, it was unreal. I remember his goal against Forest. He just pinged it left foot, edge of the box. Beauty. And I think later on during his career with the Rams, he wasn't as, rapid, as pacey. But this season, he was unreal. He would run down the wing. He would have a shot if he saw it would open up. He was full of confidence. He was also really unselfish. So if he saw the likes of Martin, we also had Patrick Bamford then. If he saw any of these players in space, he'd pass it. Johnny Russell in the 13-14 season. Amazing. Substitutions. These are the players that definitely were worthy to make it in. The subs still absolutely unreal. So we're going to get into the goalkeeper position, and that has to be Kelle Roos. He's progressed so much during this season. Came between the sticks about December maybe, I think it was, over Scott Carson. He really is good. 6'5", he's a unit, and I hope to see him between the sticks this season. Next substitution, I've gone with John Eustace from the 13-14 and 14-15 season. He was similar to George Thorne. This guy, he was solid. You could always rely on him. If the opposition were about to counter, you could always rely on him to do a 2-foot through the ball. Whether it got the ball or the player, he didn't care, as long as the opposition didn't score. And then one thing I really didn't agree with was when we released him from his contract. I thought that was a really bad move from the Rams. Now he's currently managing QPR, I think it is. So John Eustace, solid unit. You could always rely on him. He's there in the subs. Third sub, now this player I could have easily hands down put in instead of George Thorne. Both of these two like for like, insane players in their primes. The next substitution has to be Craig Bryson, especially during the 13-14 season. He'll forever be in the history books because he got a hat-trick against Nottingham Forest when we beat him 5-0. Only Steve Bloomer has done that before. And that season, hands down, I bet even if you asked him, it'd be the best season of his career. Definitely with the Rams. Craig Bryson could have easily got in there, but him and Thorne during this time were unreal. Craig Bryson, you'll forever be a legend with the Rams. And the next substitution I've got is Andre Wisdom. Like Craig Bryson, I could have easily put this unit in, especially during, the 13-14 season. I'd rely on him to make the big challenges. He'd run down the wing. He didn't really do that as much in the 2016-17 season, I think it was, when he did come back to the Rams. But that season, during the 13-14, he was absolutely unbelievable. So you have to give credit where credit's due. Andre Wisdom was a pacey unit at right back, and us Rams fans loved watching him play. And the next player on the bench has to be Cyrus Christie. He's currently playing at Fulham, I believe it is. Obviously, we'll be playing them in the Championship next season, but he's currently at Fulham. Cyrus Christie, he was like Andre Wisdom. In his prime peak time at Derby, he would run down the wing, put the balls in, and I think that's what defines a really good fullback. Obviously they can do the defensive side, but how good can they do the attacking side and supply the midfielders and forwards? Cyrus Christie did that really well. Some of the balls he would ping in at times were unreal. Cyrus Christie in the 14-15 season definitely has to be in there. Right, so next up on the subs bench has to be Jordon Ibe. I loved watching him play. My favourite game watching him play was Birmingham City away when we beat him 4-0 in the 14-15. I think it was Boxing Day, one of my first away games as a Derby fan. I loved it. I loved watching him play. He absolutely bossed that game along with many others. It was a delight watching Jordon Ibe play. And now we've got Matej Vydra, obviously 24 seconds scoring against Forest. He'll forever be known for that. Now he's currently at Burnley with also Jeff Hendrick, who I forgot to mention. I could have easily put this guy in. Him and Will Hughes together in that midfield were class. And if we still had these two in the middle, who knows where we would have been. Jeff Hendrick is currently with Matej Vydra at Burnley. Vydra, he was our top goal scorer in the 16-17 season, I believe it was. And then we obviously sold him. But I thought he was really good and definitely deserves a chance to, start in the Burnley team. Every time I've seen him, he's always on the bench and coming on as an impact player. He's worth a lot more than that. And one player that I really think we missed was Matej Vydra. But anyway, that's my team. In goal, Jack Butland. Left back, Craig Forsyth in the 2013/2014 season. Left centre back, Fikayo Tomori. Right centre back, Richard Keogh. Right back, Jayden Bogle. Three centre mids, Mason Mount, Will Hughes and George Thorne. The attackers, left wing, Harry Wilson, the Welsh Wizard. Up front, striker, Chris Martin, 13-14 and 14-15 season, quality. And right wing, Johnny Russell from the 13-14 season. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. And as I've said, if you guys have enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe. Join the family. It'd be highly appreciated if you could subscribe. And let me know if you think I've missed any players. Feel free to get a discussion going in the comment section. Cheers for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking your time to tune into my videos. And yeah, until next time, I will see you later. Thanks for watching, people.